Okay, let us start with the format of cost sheet. So give the heading cost sheet. मेरे साथ ही आपको करना है cost sheet. Wait a minute. Setting का कुछ okay. Let us start with the format of cost sheet. In the center, write down cost sheet for the period. जो भी आपको दिया है पीरियड वो डैश यहाँ पे डाल रही हूँ मैं, क्योंकि आपको कौन से पीरियड के लिए कॉस्ट शीट बनाना है अभी मालूम नहीं. दिस इज अवर फॉर्मेट. देन यूनिट प्रोड्यूस, उसके नीचे लिखना है आपको यूनिट प्रोड्यूस. डैश पर एनम. ऑलवेज कॉस्ट शीट नॉर्मली पर एनम बनाई जाती है, तो यूनिट प्रोड्यूस डैश यूनिट्स पर एनम. डैश यूनिट्स per annum. Apart from that, unit sold, we have to also write unit sold dash. कितने unit sold किए, that also we have to write on the right hand side. So it will become more easy for us to calculate. Okay, so let us start with the format of cost sheet now. For format of cost sheet, just a minute. Costing, for format of costing we required 3 columns: particulars, cost per unit and amount rupees. Okay, we required basically 3 columns: particulars, cost per unit and amount rupees. As per your textbook, it may happens that the cost per unit column will be shown at the end. Okay, it doesn't matter, you can show it at the second column or you can show it as a third column. So first column will be normally particulars. So this column will be particulars, then cost per unit in rupees, correct, and then total cost in rupees. So basically these columns we required. Okay, make these 3 columns in your notebook, and let us start with the pro forma of cost sheet. The pro forma of cost sheet is start with direct material. Remember that this is a very simple format. So for direct material consumed, this is your direct material consumed. Then for direct material consumed, you may have a different format also, that we'll see afterwards. But now consider only direct material consumed. Then second one is direct labor. Third one is direct expenses. So direct material, direct labor and direct expenses. Okay, the total of which is known as, this is per unit total, and this is your total cost. Make the total of these. The total of these is known as prime cost. This is your prime cost. Direct material plus direct labor plus direct expenses, that is your prime cost. Prime cost, then we have to add factory overheads. The overheads relating to factory. We have to add factory overheads. So you will get factory cost. This is a factory cost. Factory cost is also known as works cost. Okay, remember that works cost means a factory cost, but works on cost bola, that will be your factory overheads. Works on cost, that means factory overheads. So factory cost or work cost, will be prime cost add factory overheads. Got it? Now complete the format first. Then we are going to add in factory cost or works cost, we are going to add office and administrative overheads. Office and administrative overheads. Office and administrative overheads. We are going to add these in the factory cost, and then we will get, we have to add it. So we will get, after adding factory cost or works cost, we will get, sorry, after adding office and administrative overheads, we will get cost of production. Cost of production. Okay. This will be your cost of production. In cost of production, what we are going to do is add opening stock of finished goods, add opening stock of finished goods, less closing stock of finished goods, okay. So add means simply we have to write like this, and less we have to write in the bracket, okay, per unit also and total also. So add means simply you have to write, and for less you have to write in the bracket. So after adding opening stock of finished goods and less closing stock of finished goods, we will get cost of finished goods sold. So we will get cost of finished goods sold. Cost of production हो गया. अभी this will be your cost of finished goods sold. Cost of finished goods sold. Okay. In cost of finished goods sold, we have to add selling and distribution overheads. In cost of finished goods sold, we have to add selling and distribution overheads. Okay. So this is your cost of finished goods. This means selling, and we are going to add selling and distribution overheads. What we will get? It will be your total cost or cost of sales. Okay, this is our tentative format of cost sheet. Much more things we are going to add when we are going to solve the problem. Total cost or cost of sales. In total cost or cost of sales, we are going to calculate or going to add profit. Remember that we are not going to less the loss because it is estimated. We can't estimate loss in cost sheet. So always it will be profit. So profit add karna hai. We are going to add the profit in the total cost, and we will get selling price or sales. Selling price or sales amount. Okay. And this will complete your estimated, or you may call this as a tentative format of cost sheet. Now when we are going to actual problem calculation, remember that if you are thinking about the raw material consumed, how to calculate raw material consumed? Opening stock of raw material, add purchases of raw material, less closing stock of raw material. So that steps we are going to add here. Got it? Again, in case of factory overheads, only single factory overheads will not be there. There is more than one or two factory overheads, three factory overheads. So that step also we are going to add here. Just like vertical में एक के नीचे कैसे लिखते थे हम लोग, just like that. Then again in office and administrative overhead, there will not be only one office and administrative overhead. There is much more office and administrative overheads that we have to add here and show the total in outer column. Got it? Again, in case of opening stock of finished goods, the cost of opening stock per unit and total is already given. But for closing stock, you have to calculate it. Selling and distribution, again, we have to make the total of these and show here. Got it? For profit, they will give us a percentage, 20% on cost or 25% on sales, whatever percentage they have given. On the basis of that, we have to calculate the profit. Now, first thing what we are going to do, write down the format, then we will continue with the problems. Okay, in this sum, they have not given how many units produced, how many units sold, correct? So we cannot able to prepare column for cost per unit. When it is possible to prepare cost per unit column, when total number of unit produced, total number of units sold is given, then only it is possible to prepare a cost per unit. But here, how many units are produced is not given. So what we are going to do, again we are going to prepare a 3 columns, but there will not be a column for cost per unit. There will be particulars amount. Okay, so give the heading as usual, cost sheet for the period of 1st January to 31st January. For the period of 1st January to 31st January, year is not given, so make it as a dash. Number of units produced and number of units sold is also not given, so no need to write. Now add the columns, particulars, or we require 2 columns for amount. Always remember that for amount we require 2 columns, because there may be some adjustment and we have to do that adjustment. So first column is for particulars, then amount in rupees. Don't write cost per unit, we are not able to calculate cost per unit now. So according to the problem, we have to make some changes in our format, correct? Okay. Now, what they have given in the problem, first line, opening stock of raw material and stock of raw material at the closing 31st January. Always remember that in our rough format, we have seen the raw material consumed, but here directly raw material consumed is not given. So our first step will be calculate the raw material consumed. So what will be the format of calculation of raw material consumed? Let us write the format first. Opening stock of raw materials, add purchases of raw materials. Got it? Purchases of raw materials. Then if there are any expenses related to purchases, we have to add purchase expenses. Here they have given carriage inward. Carriage inward is related with the purchases, so we have to add here carriage inwards. And then we have to less closing stock of raw material. First we are going to add these. What will be the opening stock of raw material? 25,000. Then purchases of raw material 21,900. Carriage inward is related with purchases, that also we are going to add 1,100. The total of these we have to write first in first column, that is 48,000. Total of these three will be 48,000 less closing stock of raw material. Less closing stock of raw materials. Now amount of less will be right in the bracket. What is the amount of closing stock of raw materials? 26,200. So answer will be 21,800, and the answer is known as raw material consumed. This is known as raw materials consumed. In our rough format, directly raw material consumed is shown, but if the opening stock, closing stock is given, we have to calculate raw material consumed. After raw material consumed, we have to write, this is our raw material consumed. Then direct wages, as per our format, direct wages and direct overheads or direct expenses as per the problem. So direct wages or direct expenses, whatever given in the problem. Right on the second column, The wages is given. See in the our problem, direct wages is given 17,200. Correct? And direct expenses is given 1,200. Just make the total of these, and the total is known as correct. And the total is known as prime cost. Total is known as prime cost. What will be the amount of prime cost? Make the total of these three. Our prime cost will be 40,200. In prime cost, we are going to add factory overheads. Factory overheads. In factory overheads, we have to consider normal factory overheads and plus unproductive wages. Remember that non-productive or unproductive wages are considered as factory overheads. So non-productive wages, and second one is normal factory overheads which are given in the problem. So make the total of these two in inner column 800 and 8,300. 800 and 8,300. The total will be 9,100. These we are going to add in the prime cost. So we will get works cost. After adding these, we will get works cost. So amount of works cost will be 49,300. Make the total. Again in works cost, we have to add office and administrative overheads. Add office. Stick on the format. Office and administrative overheads. What will be the amount of office and administrative overheads? Single amount is given, the no need of working note. It is 3,200. So after adding that office and administrative overheads, see your format. Our answer will be cost of production. Just we are making fill in the blanks. Cost of production. What will be the cost of production? 49,300 plus 3,200, that is 52,300. After that, as per format, they have given opening stock of finished goods and closing stock of finished goods. Right?
Hello, ma'am.
हाँ, बोल.
52,500 होणार.
52,500. This will be your cost of production. In cost of production, what we are going to add? Yes, cost of production may see your format. This is your format. Cost of production, add opening stock of finished goods, less closing stock of finished goods. Correct? So here I am going to write add opening stock of finished goods less closing stock of finished goods. But there is no opening stock of finished goods and no closing stock. So we can write here dash. Okay. So next step, what will be after this? Cost of finished goods sold. So we will got cost of finished goods sold. This will be same amount because there is no opening and no closing stock. 52,500. Then selling and distribution overheads are there. So add, we have to make add selling and distribution overheads. So amount will be selling and distribution overheads. What is the amount of selling and distribution overheads? 4,200. And then we will get cost of sales. This will be your cost of sales. So your cost of sales will be 56,700 and selling price is given in the problem. See in your question, selling price is given, sale of finished goods 72,300. So leave the space for profit, add profit. Okay, and then last line you have to write sales. What is the amount of sales? Sales amount is given 72,300. Now the difference between 72,300 and 56,700 is considered as profit. That is equal to 15,600. That's it. This is your cost sheet. Just check. If you have any doubt, you can ask.